Hi everyone, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. Today I'm taking part in this Treat Yourself collab. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. Let's just get right into this first project. Okay, I have Sea, Sun, and Sand tag. Well, it was from several months ago, and we're going to change it. So, first thing I'm doing is I'm taking that jute out, and then I'm using matte Mod Podge, and I'm covering all of the glitter. That will keep it from dispersing all over my house. I want to keep that contained. So once I'm done with that, then I'm just going to use my heat gun and get that all dry. And then we're just going to flip it over. Now this is Blue Lagoon from Folk Art, and I'm just painting the back side, and I end up putting 2 coats on that. And then I grabbed this bag, this gift bag, and it's got these little doggies. Now in this collab, which I'll get to in a second, they asked us to do one that has dogs in it. So this is my dog one. So there was a ribbon with buttons. I pulled that off, and then I'm getting those little doggies, and I'm going to cut each one of them out. Now I am a scrapbooker from way back, and I learned you move the project, not the scissors. You just cut as you move it, and then you get a much closer cut around your object. And I'm sorry I am out of frame. I'm trying a new way of doing my camera, and yeah, I'm trying. So you can see that I'm just getting these all cut out, and then I'm going to use that ribbon with the buttons and those brown strips to decorate this tag. So I decided to go ahead, and I'm getting those brown strips, and I'm going to be putting 2 strips across the bottom, and then one, or the ribbon with the buttons in between. And then I'm going to put the dogs on, and then I'm going to hand letter. But you'll see what I'm going to be doing. Now, to hook these on, I'm going to use my, I guess my hot glue gun. I can't remember. Here I am kind of arranging it, and I'm having to trim those brown pieces. They had some really rough spots, and I wanted to cut those off. And I'm just using my Fiskars cutter. And so I am grabbing all the little things. I'm using actually my glue stick to put these on, and the ribbon I use my glue gun, and then I use my glue gun on the back side to secure those strips so they're not going to go anywhere. I also use that for the dogs, and I'm going to end up putting the matte Mod Podge over it, so if there's no lifting, because sometimes there is. So here I am just going to hot glue those everything down. Of course I had to clean up because I can't stand stuff piled everywhere. So okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the handwriting, and I'm just going to be using a large Sharpie marker, and I'm just writing doggone cute, and wrapping some jute around the top. Then I'm going to make a little finger bow and stick it right on there. And I'm just using my hot glue to secure everything so it doesn't slide off the top of that. And I'm putting a jute hanger on, and we're going to call this project finished as soon as I get this all done. I hope you guys like this. I really like it. I'm going to be giving it to a friend of mine that just had a baby. So let's get to this. All right, this Treat Yourself self collab is about us and ourselves. And the host loves dogs, so she asked us to do one with the dogs, and that's why I did it. Now, The host is Krista from Krista Crafty Life. Her co-host is Robin from Crafts Unleashed. Then the rest of us is the Second Time's a Charm, Kinsara DIY It, Rustic and Lace DIY, myself, and Crafty Hints. So let's get to this next project. Okay, this next project is actually a thrift flip. I got this from a thrift store about 3 years ago, and I had it hanging up in my kitchen, and it was super cute, but the accents in my kitchen was red, and now they're not. I'm redoing my kitchen. It is grays and whites and browns, and this didn't match. So I'm going to be painting it white with a little bit of gray accent on it, and I'm just taping around the on the blackboard so that I do not get any of the paint, the white and gray paint on the chalkboard. Not that I can't clean it off, because I can, I just don't want to. So here I am, just making sure I'm getting it all painted, and the little pegs that hang out, they were black, and I thought, oh, I'm going to keep them black. And then I decided later that I was going to paint them gray because it would match better. And I have to be really careful around that little mouse, so I'm not going too close with that paintbrush. I come back with a smaller paintbrush, and I'm just painting this, and it takes 2 coats of paint to get this all painted. And there I am with that little tiny paintbrush to get underneath there. But yeah, 2 coats of paint, and it says shopping list, and then it says cheese. Now I'm thinking I might make some white more words with my white vinyl for my Cricut, and actually put a shopping list other than just like the mouse has cheese. Of course, the mice always want cheese, right? Or at least that's what they say. Alright, now I'm putting the gray on. I just put it on that front and then those little pegs, and that's enough of the gray because the walls are gray, so I don't want it to be too gray, just a little bit of accent. And here I am pulling off all of the tape. Now, this chalkboard really isn't a chalkboard, it's just black paint, and so I'm going to matte Mod Podge over everything so that nothing will chip off. That's why I was saying I may go back and actually put in words for a shopping list, like milk, bread, eggs, kind of stuff. But we'll see. I haven't decided yet, and I don't decide before this is over. I'll just have to do it later. But as you can see, I am just putting all of this Mod Podge all over the whole thing. And I just kind of squirt it from the bottle. Oh, and while we're here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit it twice. You can hit all. That means you get notified with about all of the videos I upload, as well as give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment. Hey, and if you're new here, welcome. I am so glad you are here. And if you are new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. And welcome to my channel. Now let's get ready and let's get to this last project. Okay, this is another thrifted item. It was just a frame, no glass. I thought it was beautiful. So I went ahead and I grabbed that. I'm taking some cardboard and I'm cutting it to size so that it will fit right into that frame. So I'm just using my square from Dollar Tree and marking it off so that I can cut it. Now I'm just taking a chippy brush with my white apple barrel paint, and I am just dry erasing all over this. I start out really light and then start building because I really wanted it to have that very distressed look because of what I'm going to be putting inside of it. It needed to be that way. And here is a calendar from one of the calendars from Dollar Tree. Very good friend of mine sent me a bunch of them, and I'm just deciding what I want, and I figured out I want this one. This was actually from August, so it's the right month, and I'm just going to pull that out, and I'm going to use a glue stick, and I'm going to stick it right to that cardboard. Then I'm going to trim around the edges. Now that was 2 pieces of cardboard, and that's because they weren't quite thick enough, so I end up hot gluing them together so that it's sturdy enough. So I'm just figuring out my placement, and I'm going to grab my glue stick again, and I'm just going to completely coat that brown cardboard until I get it completely covered so that I can stick the calendar sheet on this. And I like the fact that this is dark. You cannot see any of the calendar print through this, and especially with the blue. So I'm just getting this all coated, and then I'm going to grab that calendar, and I'm just going to place it on there, make sure I get it positioned perfectly. And once I get it all pressed, then I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and trim it all the way around. Once I am done with this, I'm going to put it in the frame and glue the other piece of cardboard to it. Then I'm going to glue it into the frame, but then guess what? I completely forgot to Mod Podge it. So I Mod Podged it afterwards. Plus I Mod Podged the frame, so it was okay. It worked out in the end. So I'm just putting this in, and I end up, like I said, I'm hot gluing that other piece in, and then I'm going to hot glue all around the edges just to hold it in there. And then after I do the Mod Podge, then I am going to put a jute hanger on it and call this project completely finished. I hope you guys really like this. I like this collab. This is my 2nd month of being a part of it, and it's going to be an ongoing one. So I just hope you guys really enjoy this. And so here is all of the projects, and like I said, I really hope you guys like this, and you guys all have a very blessed day, and don't forget to be the Bible somebody reads today. Bye.